I've recently made 4 videos about the online disappearances of emo YouTubers, these being Crank That Frank, Alex Dorame, Anna Blue, and Lita Mer. Although there are others, rather than making individual videos about all of them, I thought I would make a video like this and briefly go over a few people in a single video. There'll be timestamps below, so if there's someone you specifically want to know about, you can go to that specific part of the video or skip others until you get to someone that you're interested in. Felice Fawn has been recommended to me multiple times. I was going to make a video solely about her, but after polling my audience, they said no, which is the main reason why I made this video in the first place. Felice's online presence is quite controversial. Unfortunately, unlike most people I mention, the start of her online career is a bit difficult to pinpoint time-wise, but there's a Reddit post about her from 2014, although her Twitter account was created all the way back in 2009. Interestingly enough, it actually got suspended. So for that reason, I'm going to say that her internet presence goes back to 2009. When you Google her name, you're met with 3 things. I'm not going to go over the TikTok search results in this video, but the other 2 are quite important. Let's start with the third result, which is a Tumblr blog about her being exposed, and although it was already stated at the start, this in particular is where the content warning comes in. There's a little section about where she's now after this, which you can skip to if you'd like. The header for the Tumblr says, Felice Fawn is the alias used by a Tumblr famed woman residing in the UK. She used to be an amateur model, but now she mostly sits around smoking all over her pets, photoshopping herself to look like a different person, purposefully triggering and faking self-harm wounds, stealing people's money with her scam shops, and begging people to buy things off her Amazon wish list. She's a manipulative scammer with hordes of fans that defend her and ignore the truth. This blog is here to expose her lies. Next, I want to talk about a master post from 2013. It reads, con artist, noun, a person adept at lying, cajolary, or glib self-serving talk. I don't know what that means. Scammer, noun, a dishonest person who uses clever means to cheat others out of something of value. Internet scammers who never seem to run out of swindles. If you type con artist into the search bar on Wikipedia, it redirects to this page entitled Confidence Trick. Confidence trick is an attempt to defraud a person or group after first gaining their confidence, in the classical sense of trust. A confidence artist or con artist is an individual operating alone or in concert with others who exploits characteristics of the human psyche, such as dishonesty, honesty, vanity, compassion, credulity, irresponsibility, naivety, or greed. And there's just some stuff about the terminology of what a con artist is. So what they're trying to say here is that Felice is a con artist, basically. And then they show examples. So we start here with example. Felice sets up a Facebook page, a Tumblr, a Twitter, and a company logo for Evil Trinity and Ghostly Chic. Or post pictures of supplies in production with the caption hint. I assume that's what this is. Approach. The manner of getting in touch with the victim, often most elaborately and carefully prepared. Since her blog is the platform she uses for her scams, she can approach thousands of people by posting about a product. Be assured that she spends a lot of time carefully plotting out when the right time will be to introduce a new line or endeavor to her audience. Usually immediately after some quote-unquote health crisis she'll post about. Build up. Rousing and sustaining the interest of the victim. Introducing the scheme to him, rousing his greed, showing him the chance of profit and filling him so full of anticipation and cupidity that his judgment is warped and his caution thrown away. And then they refer to this. It says, so Ghostly Chic contacted me today and is sending me the Wednesday vest for free. I've missed words in my speaking because you can see them. I don't want to get the video demonetized, and they're not overly important to the story anyway. And then a screenshot of a tweet from her which says ghostlychic.com are currently looking for bloggers to help promote their brand and are offering payment or products in return. Payoff or convincer. An actual or apparent paying of money by the conspirators to convince the victim and settle doubts by a cash demonstration. In the old Banco game, the initial small bets which the victim was allowed to win were the payoff. In stock swindles, the fake dividends sent to stockholders to encourage larger investments of the payoff. They say Lauren because apparently her name is actually Lauren. Lauren convinces her followers that her company is legitimate by posting photos of herself in the product for sale, repping Ghostly chic. Then there's a photo, there's another one. It says totally in love with my new top from ghostlychic.com. The hurrah, this is like something that I'm not going to pronounce in a play, and no con scheme is complete without it. It's a sudden crisis or unexpected development by which the sucker is pushed over the last doubt or obstacle and forced to act. Once the hurrah is sprung, the victim is clay in the schemer's hands, or there is no game. She posted a tweet and said, when there's no food to eat and you can't even order any online, give up. There's other posts that say things like, go to the doctors today to see if I need to go to hospital or not, really nervous, don't want to go, sad face. Anonymous asks, I feel sad, you've had such terrible experiences, you seem like such a lovely individual. To which she responded, I never know how to react to people who unexpectedly look deeper and are actually genuine, thank you. Followed almost immediately by items now on sale / reduced prices at felicefawn.bigcartel.com. Evil Trinity posted the 10% sale ends today. Get your hands on the last of our limited stock. The in and in. This is the point in a con game where the conspirator puts some of his money into the deal with that of the victim. First, to remove the last doubt that may tarry in the gull's mind, and second, to put the con man in control of the situation after the deal is completed, thus forestalling a squeal. Often the whole game is built up around this feature, and just as often it does not figure at all. They say this is when Lauren may actually send out 1 or 2 customers their items, or send out a few tracking numbers to assuage any doubts, further the idea that her store is legitimate and that other customers who ordered from her just need to wait a little longer, usually until 45 days have passed since the transaction occurred, thus making it impossible for said customers to open a PayPal dispute for not receiving their items. She then pockets their money and their items never arrive. Con is now complete. In conclusion, do not fall to a con artist, do not give your money to a scammer, do not buy from any Felice Fawn stores. There is even more on this blog, but this is just something that I wanted to go over because I thought it was really important to the story and kind of gets the point across without having to just go through everything. I don't want to go too into the alleged pro-Anna side of the controversy. It's alleged that she photoshopped at least some of her photos to appear thinner, which wasn't too uncommon back then and probably still happens today. Interestingly though, on a website called Carbon Made, she has a listing and she's listed as a fashion photographer and retoucher. I'm not sure how to go about showing an example, but this is allegedly an example I found online. The post where the photo came from says something like her nose magically got smaller. There's an Instagram called Felice Fawn 666. Which I think gives the answer of where she is, or what happened to her. Her last save to her highlights was under 40 weeks ago, so based off that, I think she's all well and good. Sam was suggested in the comments of the Alex video, as one of the Alex videos I showed had her in it, which I didn't realise at the time. Sam created her own channel in mid-2013. She made vlogs and gained 120k subscribers. Fortunately, there's very little existence of her main channel that still exists, although something that does exist is a couple of saves on the Wayback Machine from when she had just over 6,500 subscribers. Unfortunately, none of the links work on the Wayback Machine to her videos. In saying that, if you Google the channel URL, you can find her social blade, which shows that she deleted her channel in 2017 when she had 125,000 subscribers and over 1.7 million channel views. Some videos of her are still online, although these, from what I can tell, are with her at the time partner, Jaden Whale, who is now simply Luke Whale. I've had conflicting information about her appearing in My Digital Escape videos. The Space channel has My Digital Escape in the title on a video about Sam and Jaden, although I can confirm she did feature in at least one, although it no longer exists on YouTube, although its existence can be confirmed on the Wayback Machine. Since deleting her channel in 2017, it seems as if she's just disappeared. From what I know, there aren't any updates, but I do hope she's well. Although a Reddit comment said that she may have died, but of course, take that with a grain of salt, it is Reddit after all. But I'm not sure it's true, because I feel like if it did happen, that it would have been confirmed or it would have been news. This was suggested in the comments of the leader video, and that is Hosie, which is short for Josephine. It seems as if she's gone down a similar path to Alex, but let's catch up on who she is. The comment said that she was associated with someone called Nugs. From what I can see from the hashtags in this photo, this is Nuggy X. And I thought she too had simply disappeared, but it turns out that sadly she actually died. I don't know where to start with Hosie because I can't pinpoint a time when she started having an online presence, a bit like Felice. I can't find a record of a YouTube channel either, so it's tricky to know where to start. She's taken a page out of Alex's book and privatized her Instagram with the handle Hosie_, although there are 179 posts, so she may be active. It has been active somewhat recently, depending on your version of what recent means, and you may be saying, well, how do you know if her account's private? Well, there's one link associated with the account, and that takes you to a shop of hers, and what's for sale is a painting, and it's still for sale even. Although strangely enough, the Instagram account linked on the website, I don't believe is actually her. And it's not a link to the Hosie_ one either, which is strange. Although in saying that, the Twitter link is different again. It links to Hosie_ on Twitter, which joined just last year. It has no tweets and one link to a mature site. Let me know in the comments though what you think is real and what isn't, because I, in this case, have absolutely no idea. The last thing I want to talk about in regards to Hosie is something I barely mention in these kinds of videos. TikTok. There's an account called Josephine_Nicole26. His screen name is actually Josephine Nicolo22. Although I'm skeptical to be honest, the profile picture is from 2015 for starters, and on top of that, they're all just photos with music over them. There's not a single actual video. I haven't seen some of the photos, but I imagine they were taken from her Instagram that's private, and because it's private, that's why I haven't seen them and they're not publicly available anywhere else. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. There was originally going to be one other person, but I decided not to include them because they weren't emo actually, and I thought the video was long enough anyway. Don't forget to leave a comment if there's someone you want me to make a video about, because I do look into them, but sometimes I, after my research, decide that there isn't enough to warrant a video, or I just can't find out anything really, so I can't dive deep into the topic like I would like to for a video. But sometimes like this, there's like 3 people who there isn't really enough to warrant a full video about, or there isn't enough information at least, and they just get put into one video. But yeah, hopefully this has been a better viewing experience than it would have been just having 3 separate videos that were shorter. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon for more.